It's a repeat of the finals from a couple of weeks ago. We have FaZe taking on Cloud9, and now before we got started today, you were mentioning rivalries, and I get the feeling that this is starting to brew a little bit of bubbling starting to happen between these two teams. FaZe and Cloud9 have matched up a couple of times in recent weeks, and Cloud9 have seemed to come out on top the majority of the time.
Cloud9 has come out on top a majority of the time, but it's not off the back of some very close games throughout some of these series. The score lines, they may heavily favor Cloud9 as far as series are concerned, but you do see so often that Cloud9 or that FaZe is competitive in some of these games, right? They are pushing them to the brinks in some of these Slayers, some of these Stronghold games. So what FaZe need to do is close the door on some of these close games, progress these series along the way, and then hopefully maybe we'll see a game 5 where FaZe can come out on top.
I think you've hit the nail on the head. It was the one thing I wanted to talk about is the difference between the two teams. I felt like in tournament play over recent weeks, it's just those final moments, the ability to clutch, have that ice. We talk about it all the time from Cloud9. It's something that just hasn't gone the way of FaZe. But maybe today is a new day. Maybe today is a different day for FaZe. And for FaZe fans, they're going to be wanting to get out to the highest start as possible in this series, and taking down 3, make that 4 of Cloud9 is the perfect way to do so.
Yeah, FaZe up right now as they start the game hot as they can. Snip3down in control of this camo, and not only that, but you see multiple members with multiple kills so far through FaZe, just 30 seconds into the match, and that's going to bode well for their early control here.
Hey, you say that, but AC controlled by Cloud9, and even though kills are falling to FaZe, you have to wonder what the players off the back of this. They're putting pressure onto the respawners over at A. It looks like C9 are just out-rotating them at the moment. They commit to C, and now they're all going to be trapped at C here, FaZe. What's kind of gone on there? Because it looked like everything was falling in the right place as far as kills were concerned for FaZe, but C9 just said, okay, cool, kills are cool. We're just going to get in the strongholds.
It's all about efficiency, right? It's what do you do with these kills? Where are you positioned at in order to play these objectives? Because Halo, yes, it does dictate based off a lot of these game modes are going to be able to be dictated off of the kills and the presence that you have on the map, but if you're not playing efficiently, that doesn't matter. And Cloud9, one of our most efficient teams now, somehow with over 30-point lead, outslayed so far in the first minute and a half. But it's not about the slays and strongholds. It's about what do these slays do for your map positioning and your control. So far, Cloud9 getting the better of FaZe, even though they're getting multiple kills.
Oh, poor bubu. He had the head glitch. He thought, there's no way I can lose this. Gets repulsed into the icy depths of the back of C. C9 fighting for C, though, and you can see they're trapped at the moment. Slays will be falling in the favor of FaZe. Not for the first time we've said that so far, as Renegade's going to be taking a 1v1. They'll be traded out bottom middle. Eco also finding themselves in the line of sight of a shock rifle here. AB in control of FaZe here, and they're holding it pretty solidly so far.
Yeah, but Cloud9 in trouble right now. The second camo is coming up. Bound is in a perfect position to pick that one up. You're seeing it's Falcated with this shock rifle. He's gonna be able to do a ton of damage, and Falcated already with the perfect shot on screen doing work.
Renegade inside a B stronghold, trying to cause a distraction. The grenades are going to come in, and just at the last second, also the kill will be picked up as well by FaZe. Great work here from bubu, Bound, and Falcated to pick up and work together to get those kills. Cloud9, Eco, last player alive.
It'll be really interesting to see how FaZe play this one out, right? They have control of A and B. Do they want to push C? It looks like the answer from Falcated is yes. Unfortunately, he's by himself, runs into 2 members of Cloud9. He's taken down. And now Falcated just lost not only the grapple, not only the shock, but map control as well. So Cloud9 found the opening they need.
They found the opening, but also the flank came in from Snip3down. It looks like they're going to give up A control here as the respawns will be coming in over there for C9, looking at where players are positioned. So they transition to C. It's a momentary triple cap, but a momentary one is the best way to describe it, as AB are turned over as quick as you could possibly imagine by Cloud9, who are currently chasing the score of FaZe, 74-43, but C9 making that score a little bit closer as the seconds tick by.
Yeah, pay attention to what just happened, right? Falcated pushed with that shock rifle. He lost his life, and that opening allowed Cloud9 to push into A. The rest of FaZe was already planning on pushing C. Because they pushed C, they had to give up B and A. They got out-rotated just because of that one kill. Falcated opened the floodgates of Cloud9 right now, and that's a very dangerous thing to happen. Fortunately, it did look like FaZe was able to get a few kills for the moment, but just like that, you blink and Cloud9 get a double kill. and they once again are scoring in control.
Yeah, Renegade's starting to pick up numerous kills in the feed as well. It's not just one, it's usually a double, and it's usually an opening that is created off the back of that. But look at this commitment from FaZe, all dropping in towards B, not only to challenge Renegade here on the window, but also get that conversion. I love that from FaZe. One thing that maybe I questioned about this team a little bit as Eco does pick up the double kill, excuse me, and the players do fall here for FaZe, is sometimes they're a little bit slow to commit to objective. That was a little bit of a change up from what I've seen from them previously.
Yeah, but they committed to it, but look at what they had to give for it. So many players were knocked to no shield from Renegade. The rest of Cloud9, even though B was taken over, were taken down because of the poor positioning from FaZe. They go 4 dead. Cloud9 now in a trip cap. And yes, they did get beat, right? They played efficient there, but because they went all 4 dead and had no answer as far as slays are concerned, now they're in the trap that Cloud9 knows all too well. We've seen what Cloud9 can do with this dominance of the map, and look at this. FaZe is going to be split spawning across the map multiple different times, and they're going to have to deal with the onslaught that is Cloud9.
Yeah, this is a slaughter right now, an absolute slaughter from Cloud9. I think this is about 12-1, maybe, in slays exchange between the two teams over the last few seconds since this triple cap has been here. And it's just been all Cloud9. They have been absolutely devastating. Pznguin picks up one, Falcated picks up another, but look at this once again. FaZe find themselves 3 dead, and even though they get in B, scoring is still in the side of Cloud9. 155-90 now. C9, they only need one window of opportunity, Wes, and they have taken it with both hands.
I mean, they took it with both hands and slammed it into the ground right now. FaZe fighting for their game 1 lives right now. And yes, they spawned A. They were able to transfer it over, but look at how much pressure they're on. They're trying to create some space. Unfortunately, they keep running into players like Pznguin that have that commander rifle, that do not miss shots. They continue to get slays in their favor. When they have these kind of numbers, it's so difficult to take it out of Cloud9's grasp.
FaZe spawning on the long haul side as well, so the push might come in onto C here, but Pznguin and a teammate are already in position, and that kill from Renegade in the feed and another one from Eco is going to make the job even easier as they will continue scoring. They cross that 180 point mark now. Camouflage is going to be up as well, and with C9 having FaZe members coming off the respawn, it should be pretty comfortable, but Bubu makes a play to take it out of commission.
A massive play from bubu dubu and the rest of FaZe. The sandwich onto Pznguin right there. They get the timing to kill the camo player immediately. With that, 3 go down for Cloud9. FaZe have created the space they need to take back control. What will they do with it now that they're down 100 points? How can they answer the climb that we saw Cloud9 have when they gain control? Because FaZe are going to have to hold this one for a while to catch back up.
The question is always, can you do to Cloud9 what they do so well? It looks like at the moment, FaZe are picking up the kills that they need to. They have 2 players alive against the 4 of FaZe here, Cloud9, and with another kill being picked up and Bubu with a sword inside of this A stronghold, Pznguin should be eliminated and will be just about the last second. It should be a triple cap here as FaZe will get the reset onto C as well. They have everything they need to make this work.
Falcated needs to stay alive. He's got a trip cap, so it does not matter if C goes away right now. Falcated plays his life perfectly, gets back. His teammates are able to get him out, and I love this play by him. Doubles back, killing spree. Perfect kill with the shock rifle, ripping heads off, playing the objective, and making sure that his team continues the pressure that FaZe needs in order to hold these strongholds in their favor. Unfortunately, that death could be the result of FaZe losing control. Cloud9 once again in the driver's seat with AB, but they are within striking distance now that FaZe was able to keep that trip cap going for a little bit.
C9 crossed the 200 point mark though. Eco with a sword as well.
Didn't see him.
We'll be able to continue that conversion onto C here. A is in control of FaZe. Where is that player that was down low though? He's still alive, but Eco's managed to escape for now. It looks like a different route was taken. Renegade picks up the first kill. There is that player. Pznguin picks up another, and now C9 have FaZe 2 dead once again, and we've already seen what happens when they have this kind of control.
Yeah, this movie is on repeat. We've seen it even at Raleigh, how dominant Cloud9 can be. They showed just a taste of what their Halo 5 dominance looks like. When they get complete map control, they do not give it up. Right now, 224 and climbing. Cloud9 have to play... It's FaZe that has to play perfect, and unfortunately they do get A, but right now Eco with the camo looking to push, able to find that first kill, remove that player out of the stronghold, and now that his friends are here, I mean, Cloud9's so aggressive, able to retake control right away, and FaZe can't have any room to breathe.
Yeah, I like how Bounders backed out of this one, though. It looked like they were just filtering kills towards Cloud9, but surviving, at least they can get some numbers back on the map. It's 4v4 on the map here for FaZe. They need to make a big push here. The repulsor's going to be pretty good to give a little bit of time here, maybe some Cloud9 teammates to get across. Bubu in a 1v1, but has to hit the reload. Pznguin and StelluR in the feed. Renegade will have an easy conversion onto B, and with that, at the last second, ABC make it a triple cap and make it a 1-0 series lead for Cloud9.
Dominant performance from Cloud9. It's almost what you expect every single time we see them here in a winners finals. It's only game 1 of the series, but if that's any sample of what they have left in store, they are clicking on all cylinders, and it's off the back of Renegade's 19 kills here in game 1.
I mean, FaZe had a great start to that game. It was just that moment, that one moment that we kind of focused in on around, I'd say, about just over a third of the way into the game, 2 quarters if you like. That's half. Look at me doing quick maths in front of everybody. But where they got that 2 dead, they got that 3 dead, and then it was just 4 dead, 4 dead, 4 dead in quick succession for FaZe. They just couldn't stay alive long enough to survive the C9 pushes.
It's all about out-controlling Cloud9, I feel, and that's so difficult to accomplish, right? When Cloud9 gets those trip caps, they get you split spawning. They put you in such a difficult position, especially with all the sandbox that they've been able to collect throughout their travel across the map, right? It's like you're fighting guys with commandos, with grapples, with repulsors, with camouflage, right? Even with sword here on screen, StelluR has an easy kill on the Snip3down for the killing spree, and it forces FaZe to play reactionary Halo. And when you're playing reactionary Halo, it's very difficult to out-rotate a team, right?
Yeah. That shot that came in.
Shot.
Yeah, that shot from Falcated was the opening, maybe that gave FaZe the opportunity to get back in this game. But this play actually from Renegade inside of that B stronghold was enough to buy C9 the time. He picked up a double kill, I think, along the way as well, to not only get the conversion and draw eyes away to allow the respawns to come in for C9, but also, you know, just gave them those few seconds they needed to get a little bit of control back. And from there, it was pretty much home and dry for C9. But now we move on to Streets Slayer. And C9 and FaZe, we've seen them before on this game type, and if my memory doesn't serve me wrong, it was a bit of a banger.
It was a 50-48 off the back of Renegade's crazy play over by the Flowers position, which allowed Cloud9 to steal that game too, because they were down the entire game the last time these two teams matched up. FaZe need to figure out a way to win these Slayers against Cloud9, because Cloud9 notorious. You've heard them say it in their own streams. Hey, we're weak at Slayers. We're a very strong objective team. As weak as Cloud9 might talk to themselves and say they are, they probably have a very dominant record in Slayers. It might not just be as good as some of their objective games, but this is the opening. These are the moments where FaZe have to clutch up, where they have to stay in this series if they want to push it the distance.
It's such a difficult balance though for them. You know, when you're playing against a team like Cloud9, you know if you lose that first kill in a fight that they're going to be flying towards you, and you've got to survive. If you can survive a few extra seconds, that can be the difference in these games for FaZe. And it goes without saying as well. We talk about all these, like, you know, meta strategy, everything that goes into it, the overriding thing. You got to win your 1v1s against Cloud9 as well. It sometimes is as simple as that in a Slayer game, whereas you have to win those straight up 1vs.
Yeah, you have to create numbers for your team's advantage, right? Like, that's the biggest thing in Halo Infinite right now is getting numbers. And then when you have that 5 seconds where it is a 4v3, how do you turn that into a 4v1? How do you continue that snowball to not only get those kills, but to get map control, to pressure the enemy team, to stop them from spreading out, to creating space, stopping them from getting angles? It's a game of numbers, right? Especially at this high of a level. We'll see which teams are able to create those openings. Already Pznguin with one in the feed has given Cloud9 that entry and that opening that could potentially lead to these rockets control.
2 dead off the break here for FaZe. Snip3down still in the window. Oh, goodbye Snip3down as Renegade and Pznguin combine to get those kills. 4-2. Rockets in the hands of Renegade, who somehow manages to get a trade on his way down. But FaZe have at least managed to eliminate 3 players from C9. Rockets still down on the L.
Honestly, a good job by FaZe, because it was 4-1. Right after that first kill, you saw the rest of the domino effect come through for those numbers. You saw FaZe jump down into a massive deficit, but right now Cloud9 extending that lead 8-3 right now with map control. FaZe need to be very careful. These next few lives are going to be crucial to them staying in this series.
And somehow Renegade has managed to have a a rocket in his hands after managing to scavenge that after the battles did go down. Pznguin picks up yet another kill with the Commando, which is a weapon he's certainly favoring at the moment. Bubu, goodbye. He'll be taken down, and not only that, Bound gets eliminated as well. Renegade looking for the triple, but Eco's going to be there to finish off the kill onto Falcated. 13-5, and already you can probably, you know, feel the heartbeats of FaZe fans starting to rise here because C9 are rolling once again.
They've got Snip3down locked up in the police department. He's taken down 15-6 now. You're seeing the kind of control that Cloud9 can run away with games with. Perfect shots from Eco. They're easy, they're smooth, and he makes it look like he can do it so consistently. I mean, Cloud9, they smell blood in the water. You can tell by the way they're playing.
Pznguin again with a kill with that Commando in the feed, just creating an opening for his team. Usually it's Renegade who's that player who's the first one to make contact, but this time it's Pznguin with a little bit of a longer range weapon that's creating the opportunities. Snip3down will pick up one, Falcated and another, so 2 dead here for C9. Can FaZe finally get any kind of map control? Pznguin last player alive, bubu with the rockets, but Pznguin gets a trade.
I mean, but look, the second time rockets come up, the game is 21-9. It's so difficult to try and even like use some of these power weapons to swing the momentum of this game because it's already gotten so out of hand. FaZe are going to have to dominate the mid game if they want to stay in this. 14-22 now. They get 3 straight kills in their favor, and that's just what FaZe needs.
StelluR gets taken down as well. Well, the grenade do the damage, no bounds, manages to stay alive. But again, StelluR staying alive for those 3 seconds creates the opportunity for Cloud9 to get back on the map. And as you say, on the opposite of that, I can hear you screaming, Wes, and I know exactly why.
Bound's no shield. Why is he jumping out like that? I know he wants to play fast. I know he wants to apply pressure and use the numbers to his advantage. But first and foremost, play your life. Because he jumps out, they're able to turn a 4v3 situation into a 3v3, and now Cloud9 have created that into some space. As you see Pznguin pick up a kill, Renegade finds one as well, and now Cloud9, they were trapped into Tram right there, and now they're the ones pressuring FaZe.
You want to talk about a snowball effect? Well, you've just seen it in front of your very eyes. C9 having been on the back of a 4 dead, somehow now find themselves 3 alive, and with more kills going down to them as well. Bound picks up one just to slow things down momentarily, but slowing things down isn't good enough here for FaZe. They need to be the aggressors, and they need to be going 2 for 1 with every single kill at the moment, but that push is pretty good coming in from C9 once more. 30-21, 9 kills the difference between the 2 teams.
C9 rolling up with some squad goals right there, able to just outnumber the FaZe clan members that were standing over by Cafe. They do end up going 3 for 3, but unfortunately, when you've built the lead that Cloud9 has, FaZe needs to do better. To your point, they can't afford to trade. Bound picks up a massive kill across, and now Snip3down and Bound trying to work together, but they're pushing into multiple members. It's too fast. The rest of FaZe isn't in position, and Cloud9 make slight work of that push.
Bubu picks up 1 though. Bubu picks up 2 and will be eliminated, unfortunately, as Renegade is on that P street. The battle just commencing here for that rocket launcher. There's a spike grenade going down. Pznguin last player alive here for C9, and Pznguin picks up the kill to keep those rockets down on the floor, and most importantly, out of the hands here of FaZe. There's Pznguin with the rockets now. He picks up 1, and somehow Pznguin has just gone wild. 10 kills between the 2 teams. I don't know what Pznguin's just done, but it was pretty special to watch.
Yeah, Pznguin not only gets the kill onto that rocket player, but actually goes for the rockets in the midst of all of the FaZe enemy lines. Unfortunately, FaZe was too slow to get to an angle to where they could see Pznguin. Because of it, Pznguin just does a 180 insane rocket, gets another kill, turns it into a few actually. And because one of the win conditions for FaZe to get back in this game was that set of rockets, Pznguin uses those rockets against them and extends the lead, and now they're back to 7 with only 10 kills to go.
Pznguin once again putting the pressure onto Bound. Bound in a 1v1. Bound needs to win this, and Pznguin says no, no, no. This is our game here. 43-33, 10 kills. Make that 11 as Eco adds another one, and C9 just continuing to stomp here onto FaZe.
6 kills away from going up 2-0 in the winners finals right now. Cloud9 will secure their grand finals appearance with just one more map win after this. 5 kills to go, and you see Renegade just slow it down. He understands we have to massively screw up to lose this game. You see Renegade across the map now looking on the prowl with the shotgun. Snip3down doesn't expect him to be aggressive in this situation. Eco finds 1 as well, and 2 kills to go.
I have to be honest with you, this is somewhat of a slapping for FaZe. C9 continue their run, and the 3P is still on for them. They'll be in your grand finals. I mean, what else can you say, Wes, at the moment? I mean, it's pretty crazy, right? It's pretty crazy.
Dominant.
Watch these guys.
What it is.
Yeah, I don't know what to say.
It's a testament to these guys' mentality and their consistency with their ability to do this, because you look at the other teams at the top right now. You're seeing FaZe, you're seeing United, Sentinels, Optic all have high highs and all have very low lows, right? This Cloud9 team, it doesn't feel like they have a low. It doesn't feel like they take days off. It doesn't feel like they have bad games. They've lost games in series, yes, but every single time we've seen them compete at a high level in Infinite, especially since Raleigh. I mean, you have to play perfect to beat them, and unfortunately, teams are still figuring out how to play perfect Infinite Halo.
Yeah, it's just you're looking at FaZe now in this series and how those first 2 games have gone. Wes, it's how do you pick yourself up as a team? You know, not only to add another game to the series here, to at least send it to a game 4, but to believe that you can actually beat this C9 roster, because those first 2 games, you can't see C9 losing games of Halo when they're playing this well.
No, United came so close earlier, especially in a best of 3, where in all honesty, that's probably your best bet to beat these guys right now. And unfortunately, it just wasn't enough. It felt like United was even playing so well in that series. But I mean, you can play great Halo and still come out on the worst half of the series against a team like Cloud9 because of how consistent all 4 of these players are. I mean, the addition of Pznguin, we can't speak volumes enough about it. Like, you wondered how they were going to replace Shotzzy, how they were going to find that same level of dominance without a player that was as good as Shotzzy was. But it looks like Pznguin had a 16, 6, and 7 performance there in game 2. I mean, this Cloud9 has never looked better, in my opinion, right? And that's no knock to Shotzzy, but it's like these guys are continuing to push themselves ahead of the pack.
Yeah, it's a compliment to the way that they're playing at the moment. I think everyone can acknowledge that. But as we move on to our map 3 here, FaZe at least have an opportunity maybe with the game type to elongate things a little bit here. CTF Bazaar is one where at least FaZe maybe can just establish a little bit of map control, work their way back into a series, get one flag cap on board, and then they don't have to, you know, play a crazy fast game. The pace of this game, I think, suits FaZe for sure. Cloud9 would much rather go to Oddball Recharge or StelluR Livefire, I think, right now with the momentum that's on their side, but they're going to have to play a little bit more of an attritional game here in our map 3.
You got to figure out a way to control the map better, right? And to force Cloud9 into disadvantageous areas and situations. Unfortunately, it's so difficult to do so. Rockets and Overshoot are going to be crucial to being in FaZe's control if they want a chance to stay in this series. And unfortunately, the man on screen right there, Renegade, is the best in the world at controlling both the Overshoot and the Rockets. It's hard to deny him of securing a lot of those power-ups and power weapons throughout the map, and we've already seen what those power weapons and power-ups can do in just a short period of time throughout this series.
It's almost like it's an all-star lineup at the moment for Cloud9, and understandably so, right? They ain't losing too many games, but every single player on the team just brings something different. There's just a wonderful chemistry about this lineup at the moment, where it's like every element you could want in a Halo player is on Cloud9. Everyone complements each other so well, and it's almost instinctive. It's natural for them to play together and play at this level.
It is, and that's the best thing about this Cloud9 roster is they're all on the same page about how they want to play. Sometimes it feels like it's recklessness, right? Sometimes they give up map control, playing so greedy, so aggressive, but they're all doing it, and that's why they consistently have the help they have. That's why they're consistently able to pick up on the damage that the other ones left off on, right? That's because their positioning is all on the same page as far as, hey, we're going to push this. And when they say we're going to push this, none of them hesitate.
Well, here's map number 3 then in this best of 5. Grand final spot still on the line here, but it's looking like C9 certainly have 1 foot there, looking for that 3-peat. Snip3down picks up a double. StelluR will trade it out though. 2 dead per side, although FaZe unfortunately have found themselves 3 dead now. Falcated needs to win this battle. StelluR has to reload, and that is a big win from Falcated. Something as simple as that maybe is a little confidence boost you need after the difficult first 2 games.
Yeah, with Rockets coming up right now, Falcated just gave his team the opportunity to take rocket control, and there it is, bubu with these rocks. He's got Bound in the base already, and Falcated pushing him from the bar. You're seeing FaZe with the perfect setup and push opportunity right now. 2 kills go in their favor, but StelluR does find 1 before he goes down. And now in a 2v2 situation, Pznguin actually the last guy alive for Cloud9. FaZe could potentially get a flag run going if they can take Pznguin down quick.
He can't take him down quick though. Look at Pznguin. best friends with that pillar at the moment. A little shuffle shake from him and stays alive long enough, not only to allow his teammates to respawn here, but also picks up a kill on his way back to that death screen. That is such a good play from Pznguin. And again, I talk about the butterfly effect of small plays, right? Cloud9 now all out of respawn. FaZe losing kills. It's mid-map control they're fighting for instead of chasing that flag out their base.
It's kills like that that Cloud9 secure immediately, right? Pznguin staying alive right there stopped an entire flag run opportunity that FaZe would have had. A phenomenal job by Pznguin, but FaZe need to figure out ways to get those kills faster in order to get that flag moving.
Pznguin in the feed once again. Renegade sees that and decides to slide out and challenge Snip3down. Snip3down gets taken down, and you know that someone's shooting pretty well when you're picking up kills like that. The flag is on the move here. 2 dead for FaZe. C9 with a flag already inside of the treehouse, and another kill being picked up along the way as well.
Yeah, I love this idea of Renegade throwing this flag out, looks down, finds a kill on the bound, and Renegade's going to play his life. With this Bulldog shotgun, he's going to be able to deny any FaZe clan members leaving the base right now from the top side. He's going to watch tree and bar, and that's going to give his team not only so much information, but potentially this first flag as Eco looks like he's going to punch this one in for free.
Capture.
Beautiful from C9. It's surgical. It's almost, you know, difficult to stop, to be honest with you, at times. You saw the shots coming in from Renegade. You see Eco now just controlling the base. It just seems like they haven't made a wrong decision yet. Like, one player on this C9 squad has not made the wrong choice in any of the games we've been watching so far.
That's the thing. If you want to beat Cloud9, it's not about them making mistakes. They're not going to make mistakes. You have to figure out ways to outplay them. You got to figure out a way to counter them. And unfortunately, it's easier said than done because perfect Halo is what Cloud9 screens typically look like at a high level, right? And on a consistent basis, when they're able to play like this, it's just so difficult. Already up 1-0 in this game, but 9 minutes left. Plenty of time for the FaZe clan boys to get in action, but unfortunately, Eco ripping the rockets away from their hearts, and with that, finding a couple of kills, you would think.
How is he alive?
But no. Both players get away no shield. Eco himself gets away no shield, and right now a battle for mid-map with just a needler in hand is Eco Smith.
Yeah, he's going to do some damage though. The assist comes in from StelluR once again. Everybody on C9 just on the same page. Every single player just seems to have their eyes on the same player, the same target, and the same game plan as well. 1-0 still the score, but look at these spawns coming in now. Snip3down. It's raining pink, and it's not the kind of rain you want to experience.
You never want to get spawn killed by a needler, and unfortunately, that's what we were just witnessing. Snip3down spawning bottom rockets, trying to get out of there, but unfortunately, Eco had the perfect play to get that kill. The flag return comes through, and unfortunately, it does look like FaZe are going to continue to be in a rough spot with Renegade getting that kill on a Snip3down. That's another flag run that Cloud9 are going to have.
This time it's through the bar. 2 dead here for FaZe. Made that 3. Bubu was the last player alive. He's the first spawner as well. Down low here. This is a massive kill that he needs to pick up. Luckily, he had the Bulldog alongside him to give him a little bit of assistance, but while all this is going downwards, you can see that Eco has another power-up in his hands. This time it's the overshield.
Interesting decision there to try and run that bottom shotgun, the one place that he knew FaZe was going to be spawning, especially with his teammate Eco picking up that overshield in the middle of the map. You want to kind of have the flag in a situation where that overshield player may be able to dictate it. So maybe a little bit of a mistake there from Cloud9, stopped them from being able to secure that second cap, but FaZe stay in this game just down 1-0, still in striking distance.
2 players full here for C9. Renegade just being sneaky on top of this door. Sneaky is usually a good way to pick up some kills. However, he's been sniffed out here. Rechallenge is going to come in, and somehow Renegade gets out of that situation with the trade, which allows now C9 to move up and put more pressure on. Bubu has no idea that StelluR is behind him in the tree. Last 2 players alive here for FaZe are down on the low ground. Falcated in a 1v1, but StelluR's going to win that with a commando as well.
Those are not easy shots with the commander rifle, but StelluR makes it look easy, not missing a single bullet throughout this entire span. Does get dynamo-nated and ends up getting traded out, and 3 go down for Cloud9. So a good job by FaZe to somehow get to the map. Respawners came through, and it was Bound versus, I believe, Eco were the last 2 alive, and right now Eco knows that, so he's going to try and play his life and wait for his teammates to come off spawn. But if he's able to get a kill like he just was, it just keeps map control in Cloud9's favor.
I mean, that awareness of respawns and where those players are going to be coming in from Eco is just world class. There's no other way to put it. He has his reticle just pinned onto the pillars. He has first shot on a player who probably thinks, hey, I'm getting a call out of where I know Eco is. I'm going to be able to catch him off guard and get that first shot advantage. But no, Eco is just so aware of everything that's happening. Now Pznguin's in inside of the base. 2 players fall here for FaZe, and C9 once again have this pull.
This is all possible because Eco gets that first kill by the middle. Eco gained map control for his team. Now you're seeing Pznguin with the shotgun and the grapple. You know how he got that? It's because his team had map control. Eco awarded his team that. He's going to grapple overshield to himself. Unfortunately, cuts it off with the wall. Is forced to go down and get it himself, but on the other side of the map, StelluR gets rockets and now complete control and a flag already across halfway for Cloud9. You can bet your ass this one's going in.
Falcated. The only thing he's going to be doing right now is flying up into the skies as a rocket will fall at his feet. 5 minutes, 30 or so seconds left on the clock here, but Cloud9 at the moment, they're just stacking up some kills because the flag is back at the base. StelluR picks up yet another. StelluR now 19 and 10, a +9 for B as Eco puts the second flag home.
Unbelievable job by Cloud9. I mean, perfect timing where power-ups and power weapons were coming up. They were able to secure that and get a flagpole at the same time. So much going on the map that had to be chaotic for FaZe to try and deal with. Cloud9 perfectly execute all 3 areas, and because of it, they find themselves now up 2-0 with 5 minutes left, and the grand finals is on the line.
Eco now moving through the bar. You can see he's just playing his life at the moment, making sure that he's watching these players from FaZe who are trying to wrap through, trying to extend towards his base. Renegade's there to help him. Bound will trade out the kill though. 2 players fall here for C9. Pznguin going to be caught out bottom middle as well. He'll be eliminated. And finally, Cloud9 find themselves on the back foot. Now, what can FaZe make of this, West? This has been the question that they haven't been able to answer so far. The first time they've had control in quite some time, they have the flag across halfway.
Big kills coming through right now for FaZe. That's going to be the first flag on the board for FaZe. Bound's going to be able to punch this one in very shortly. No one on Cloud9 in a position. And look at that. Actually, kills coming through still for FaZe. As Snip3down does get taken down, but FaZe able to keep map control while punching that one in. Bodes well for their opportunity to keep map control and potentially get a second one on the board. Maybe tie this thing up.
Bulldog in the hands of Falcated here, but he's trying to chase down that kill bottom middle. And Eco, once again, just being elusive as you like. Overshield going to be popping up as well. Renegade taken down. Big double kill coming in from Snip3down, which is going to allow him to move in on the power-up. Now, can they make something of this? 2 dead on either side of the map. FaZe once again looking to hold forward. And I gotta say, Wes, it's pretty much the second time I think we've seen FaZe inside of the Cloud9 base. They make a flag cap happen. So you have to say the objective efficiency is there, as you would expect. Can they do it again, though, to tie this game up?
Yeah, Snip3down actually loses all of that overshield before he can even get into the tree. Unfortunately, StelluR was behind enemy lines in his own corner. StelluR able to chip away that overshield just enough to where now his teammates don't have to worry about Snip3down pushing with an overshield, which probably would have been a very big opportunity for FaZe to get into that base like you just asked. But now, with no overshield, it's going to be just BR on BR action for Snip3down and the rest of the FaZe clan to get in. They get the first 2 picks. The 3 go down for Cloud9 with a beautiful double from Snip3down. And rockets are coming up right now with no one on Cloud9 going to be in a position to pick them up. This could be where FaZe tie the game.
This will be where FaZe tie the game because Pznguin was the last player alive. He got taken down. Rockets now secured by FaZe. Bound with another kill. They have those respawners locked down, and all of a sudden FaZe finally showing some life in this game and in this series. They tied things up 2-2 now with 2 minutes 45 on the clock.
Pay attention. Overshield went in the hands of Snip3down. They're able to keep control with that overshield, get kills when the rest of the team pushed up and was able to get into a position of entry frag. Because of that, rockets were coming up a minute later. They're able to secure those rockets with the same map control that overshield gave them. FaZe starting to really dictate the power up, power weapon control, and because of it, they've tied themselves up in this game and are looking to push this series to a game 4.
Bubu's got that flag on the move as well. He goes in the base though. Falcated chose to shoot across to give him a little bit of cover. 2-4 for C9. Big double kill though from Renegade. Bound's going to be caught out. This is a big play coming in from Bound. Eco's no shield. The touch comes in as well here. So Bound doing what he can to stay alive. Snip3down though will be taken down. StelluR off the respawn picks up a huge double and the flag will be sent back home.
The biggest kill there was Renegade jumping into the tree, no shield, getting that kill onto the other player. It's secured Eco this overshield with this control. The reset for the flag also comes through for Cloud9. And now Cloud9, they have that power up in hand. We've seen the damage that FaZe was able to do with it. We've seen what Cloud9 can do and the objective efficiency for both these teams at a very high level. Cloud9 look to try and end this series here.
Bound stays alive though. Pznguin fell as well, so Bound being able to stay alive long enough to at least slow things down. But speaking of slowing things down, Renegade has no intentions of doing that himself as he flies in with the Bulldog. Finally, he will fall. As now Snip3down has a little bit of breathing room to at least get control of the lockers here. Try and help out a teammate. Falcated wins a 1v1 versus Pznguin. FaZe now on the move forward again.
Unbelievable job by FaZe there to flush Cloud9 out of their base. I really thought Cloud9 was going to get a cap on the board with the situation that they were just in. But FaZe getting those kills, getting the Bulldog shotgun out of Renegade's hands was so massive for them. Now they're trying to fight for mid control, and unfortunately, Pznguin's going to find that first pick. We'll see what Cloud9 can do now that they have numbers.
The timing on the Bulldog here for Cloud9. StelluR right on the money, as that weapon does pop up. Now he's going to have the flank onto bubu dubu, top rockets as well. Falcated gonna be trapped in the lockers. Snip3down's gonna be weak as well. StelluR doing a lot of damage here, just waiting for his teammates maybe to pick up kills, but no, Falcated and Bound are the ones who will win their battles. Now StelluR has to wrap back and try and do damage to help out his respawners. Renegade picks up one. Falcated though will take him down across the map, and now you're gonna have one player flying at StelluR here, but he survives as the grapple just fell a bit short.
The issue is that he survives and he has the Bulldog. FaZe do not know he has Bulldog. He does get knocked to no shield from that brew grenade, keeps him to no shield, so maybe FaZe can take him down while his shields are low, but because he gets his shields back, he finds one. But a good job by FaZe to trade it out. Getting that Bulldog out of the hands of the enemy team is so important, especially when they're in control of something like your tree or your bar. StelluR was in a great position there to do a lot of damage. It's good that FaZe was able to shut him down before this overtime.
Pznguin was about 0.1 seconds away from getting that touch for C9. You saw Snip3down maybe thought the game was over, so just to check his flag, and it was lucky he did, as Pznguin was just a little bit short. But we're into overtime now. Next flag wins here between FaZe and C9. If C9 get it, it's series over. They're in the finals.
So at the start of this series, you asked, what does FaZe have to do? They have to win these close games. They get into close games with Cloud9 all the time. They haven't been able to close the door on any of them. I would love to see FaZe finally clutch one out, push this to a game 4, and it looks like they've won the starting fight towards Overshield, but all the meanwhile, StelluR able to pick up these rockets, and he's brought him back to his base for now, but I think he's going to be able to gain map control for his team very shortly.
StelluR does some damage, but doesn't get the kill. However, this one should connect. No, that's 2 rockets. A rare bad play coming in from C9, and StelluR will pay for it as well. C9 on the back foot, 2 dead. Flag moving here for FaZe as well.
You love to see the slide, the use of the sandbox. Oh, off that ramp, gets into the tree so quickly, and because of it, it gives FaZe such an opportunity to continue running this. Unfortunately, they do lose 2, so a 2v2 situation, and StelluR already there to hop on the return. Unfortunately, everything looks great for FaZe, but they lose some initial fights as they try to get the flag in the tree, and because of it, we're gonna have a reset of the map.
StelluR and Eco pick up kills, and now StelluR's gonna be calling out a player in the opposite lockers. Grenades being tossed his way, but not gonna be able to take him down for now. And that kind of misplay that we saw from StelluR, the C9 rockets not quite hitting in the way that they normally do. FaZe weren't able to take advantage of it. And you say, and we said, Wes, C9 don't make too many mistakes. You have to take advantage when they do.
Yeah, they're going to be kicking themselves for that moment, because look at what's going on right now. The shotgun being put to work. All 4 dead for FaZe. They're going to be spawning still inside the base. It does look like they've managed to get a few kills onto the members of Cloud9 that were in their base, and they needed those kills because Cloud9 still on the prowl. Look to try and get a flagpole here. Unfortunately, Eco does lose a teammate. He's trying his best to hold this bar area, but Cloud9 had an opportunity there that FaZe took advantage of, and were able to play good enough defense to get the job done.
Yeah, Eco is running shuttles at the moment. He's dodging and diving, and he's staying alive and picking up kills with the Bulldog and that thrust, and creating, again, opportunities for C9 to push. 3-4 now for FaZe, and look at this. 2 players from C9 already inside of the base. Eco is on top of the rockets. You can see where the respawns are coming in as well. Bound should be taken down, although it took a little bit longer than maybe C9 were hoping for, but Eco has control of top rockets. Falcated, he's going to find the sharp end and the teeth of the Bulldog in his face, as C9 still have that flag moving.
FaZe did have numbers for a brief second. It was a 3v2 before that kill from Eco. Eco trying to fight for this next touch, but a great job by bubu dubu. Maybe not to get the kill, but to get the return, reset the game, and hopefully push this into a map reset, because right now with 2 minutes left, you're seeing FaZe starting to really fight for their lives, right? It's so difficult when Cloud9 has that kind of control. Cloud9's had control for at least the last minute, but just like that, FaZe get a few kills. If they're able to take down Eco, secure these rockets, maybe they have one really good last push onto this flag.
2 dead here for C9. Renegade goes down as well. StelluR's going to be trying to clean up bubu, who stays alive for just long enough here. But StelluR also managed to escape from his life. So 1 minute 40 on the clock. Snip3down has the rockets though, but he's been traded by Pznguin, who's down at the bottom of rockets in the sewers at the moment. It looks like those rockets will be out of commission for now. Pznguin going to be melted by the team fire coming in. 3 dead, 2 dead, excuse me, for C9. FaZe 4 alive. This is the chance they need.
Great job by bubu this entire time to stay alive bottom middle. Unfortunately, he's gonna have to push and re-slay because they weren't quick enough to get into Cloud9's base. But look at that FaZe there. 2 dead. They get the 3rd player and Renegade on the flag. Renegade gets taken down as well. So 3 went just down for Cloud9. They're gonna be spawning bottom rockets. And bubu is gonna get this fight to the middle with Overshield spawning up and a minute left. They could look to push this series to a game 4 with this last flag run.
Just force this flag. They need to force this flag here. They have the overshield. They have the opportunity. And that looks like bubu has made the choice to do exactly that. Renegade picks up one in the feed. There's an overextender, though, from C9. Pznguin's inside of the base, and now bubu has pressure on his shoulders.
They have to get kills. FaZe have to slay out. Pznguin being such a nuisance on their flag right now. They had no idea he was there. And because of it, you're seeing all 3 dead right now for FaZe. Last guy alive, Falcated, trying to get a touch. Can't get there. And because of it, his flag, it's going the opposite direction. Cloud9 are looking to end this series.
Oh, look at this from C9. It's a big play from Pznguin again. This time, it's a rescue mission. But they have that flag up to their bar. They have it inside of the treehouse, and C9 moments away from losing the game. Now have that flag back at their base, but is there anyone there to secure it? bubu's managed to overextend, but here's StelluR to take him down. Eco picks up another one. StelluR now going in for the touch and will get it, but players from FaZe now flooding through the tree.
Last 2 players alive for FaZe. It's Bound and Snip3down. What can they do to stop this? Renegade with some beautiful grenades. Renegade with the double kill and the touch. It's going to be the Renegade special to end this series. 3-2 in game 3. 3-0 in the scoreline. Cloud9 are advancing to the grand finals.
If anyone's going to make a play, it's going to be Renegade. A huge moment at the end of that game. It could have been so different for FaZe. But it's the same old story, Wes. A close game, a nail biter, and Cloud9 come out on top once again against FaZe.
Gosh, man, ever since Renegade called himself the iciest player in the league, I've been waiting for him to mess up in some of these situations. I've been waiting for him to not have that ice, and I mean, it's true. You got to say it by now. How many times have we seen game on the line series to be extended for the other team? Renegade shuts the door immediately. 31-29, but it was those last 2 kills for him to go +2 that were the big ones that mattered most.